Okay, cool. We are live. We will just let people hop on slowly. You guys are hopping on. We can't see you. Don't worry if your makeup's not done or anything like that. We'll just give people a few minutes. To hop on. Okay, we've got a couple people on, so the link is working. That is good. All right, if you're just hopping on, we can't see you, but we will just give people just like a minute to get on, and then we will get started. So grab some water or some wine if you're that cool, and and hang out with us. And if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to ping Melissa or I, during the call, and we'll definitely get to them. So don't worry about that. Like if you feel like, oh, they won't see it, we'll see it. We have our phones, so we can definitely check those. So yeah, awesome. Well, welcome. It's exactly 9:45, so let's give people a second. Okay. All right, cool. So we can probably get started. So Melissa, if you want to kick it off, and we'll go from there.
Okay, hope everyone's having a good evening. My name is Melissa Ayala. I am married. I've got two adorable little babies. I've got a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son. I have yo-yo dieted my whole life, and in March I decided to start with Beachbody, and I started out just as a challenger. I started, doing some of the workout programs, drinking Shakeology daily, which I love. And then I realized that you could get a discount by being a coach. So I was like, well, I'm not going to have time to do this coaching thing, but I'll definitely join in for the discount, which is what I did. And it's taken a life of its own. People started asking me what I was doing, and before long, it became pretty clear that I could easily deal with their health and fitness goals, and make a little bit of an income on the side, the Shakeology that I'm drinking every month. So, we wanted to come to you guys today and just kind of talk about everything, kind of talk about what we do as coaches. And so that's kind of like a big question today, right? It's, what do we actually do? What we do is we're just sharing everything that we do, from working out to what we're eating, to what's working, what's not working for us. Just sharing everything on social media. So putting yourself out there, everything, the good and the bad. For example, I haven't been able to work out in almost a month because I have this random neck injury that I have no idea how I did. But I'm still sticking to the meal plan, still drinking my Shakeology daily, and, getting in, walking whenever I can. So, those types of things, you just put them out there. People follow you. They relate to you. They see that, even though you can't do one certain thing, you're doing everything else that you can to stay on track and to reach the goal that you want to reach. You don't have to be, or a bodybuilder to be a Beachbody coach. You just have to want to help other people do what you're doing and share the journey with you. So I know that a couple of people have asked, you know, what if I want to work out at a gym, or what if I want to go running? I really don't like working out at home. Is that okay? So any means have to use the low successful coaches do use the programs, because then you know more about them and you can tell people what they're about and things like that. But you definitely do not have to do the at-home workout if you already have something else that's working for you. As for having a huge network of people, when I started doing this, I didn't have a whole lot of friends on Facebook. The ones that I did have, excuse me, a lot of them, you know, were kind of on their own health and fitness journeys. You know, a lot of them were going to like gladiator boot camps and things like that. So I kind of turned that into, you know, a positive, is start talking to them about, well, what are you doing for nutrition? You know, do you have anything that you offer your people, like different types of supplements or things like that? And we also show you how, and there's a bunch of training on this, is how to find different people to connect with, like joining different types of groups. Like if you're interested in, you know, if you're a mom and you know, you've got babies or kids, and you join groups of moms. And so you start finding people that have similar interests with you, and you just start chatting with them. And that's how you start to find different people to add into your virtual network. Excuse me. So what if you don't have a Beachbody? So I definitely did not have a Beachbody when I started doing this, and I'm still working on getting to the goal that I want to be. I really feel that people who are not, you know, in the best shape are actually more successful at this, because people relate to you. When I started doing this and I posted, you know, my first before and after, which was, you know, I think I'd lost maybe like 8 or 9 pounds, several inches, but it was a huge difference. You know, so many people wanted to know what I was doing. They wanted to join me, because I'd been sharing all along, you know, here's what I'm doing. Here are the workouts I'm doing. This, you know, I'm drinking this shake, which is, I mean, I truly believe that your healthiest meal of the day. I mean, you get everything that you need in there to keep you going. So not having a Beachbody, as I said, is really actually a plus for you, because it's going to, more people are going to relate to you. They're going to relate to your journey, and they're going to want to join you. So what is the All Access sale, and can I get it as a new coach? So the All Access, when it was first released, which is the All Access to be able to stream every single program that Beachbody has ever put out, and any program that is going to be out in the future. You're able to stream all of these just at one price. It also, and so yeah, as a coach, you can definitely get it. And I would recommend that if you're going to do coaching, you get it, even if you're not going to do the workouts. You know, if you're one of those people that's like, you know, you prefer doing the gym, but at least having the All Access and being able to stream it and being able to see what all the programs are about will definitely help you, people that are trying to achieve their goals. So what is it exactly that we do as Beachbody coaches? I know that's like a huge question. I mean, what are you doing? Well, as I mentioned before, you know, we're just sharing. We're sharing everything that we do. We're not salespeople. We're not trying to push products on people, or, you know, sell them wraps or pills, or, you know, we're sharing what we are sharing, what works for us, and we're helping people. So, you know, you see people posting, oh, I really need to get, I really need to get back to my fitness. I need to, work on losing weight. People want help and they need help, but they're afraid to ask for it. So what we do is we reach out to people and we just tell them, look, here's what I'm doing. Here's what's working for me. Let me ask you a couple of questions and see, what we can do and what we can get you started on. Being a product of the product is a huge thing. So you can, post all day long, but unless you're actually using them and that it is making some kind of a difference for you, people are not going to believe it. I mean, it's, if you're out there and you're showing them, you're working out, it's, it's really helping you. That's what being a product of the product means. So in our challenge groups, what those are, they're virtual challenge groups. So it's kind of like a boot camp, if you will, where, you get a bunch of people together, everyone's doing some type of a workout, everyone's following a spin, and we're accountable and we all support each other. If someone's having a bad day, everyone will kind of chime in and say, hey, it's okay, tomorrow's a new day, we can get started or restarted. And that's how these challenge groups make such a huge difference compared to, other products or other programs where they just give you something and say this will work, and then there's nothing after that. There's nobody, checking on you to make sure that you're doing well with the product or the program. So these groups are really, really good for that specific reason. And if for nothing else, we get 25% off of every single thing that we purchase from Beachbody. So even if you never sold anything, you would still get 25% off the Shakeology, 25% off any program that you buy, 25% off even like the 3-day refresh, the ultimate reset. So any of the products or the workout equipment or the clothing line, you get 25% off of everything just for being a coach. So this is Jillian's before and after and my before and after. As I mentioned before, I was a super yo-yo dieter. If there was something out there, I tried it and I did it. I've been as heavy as, I'm 5'1", just for reference. I've been as heavy as 250 pounds and I've been as small as 115 pounds. But I could never maintain or stay on track. And when I did get that thin, I was really just doing cardio twice a day so I could stay that thin. It was just not healthy. And eating all the junk foods and the diet foods and all that other stuff. So Beachbody has really changed the way that I think and the way that I see food. I used to shy away from foods that were fatty, even though they were healthy, like avocados or, almonds. Like those types of foods were so high in fat that I didn't want to eat them because in my mind, they weren't healthy. And so this has totally opened up my eyes and shown me that, you don't have to eat diet foods to be healthy. You have to eat healthy food to be healthy. And that's just a huge thing. And I think it's something that a lot of people don't understand. And that's one of the things that we as coaches want to be able to show people and express to them, how eating healthy doesn't have to be boring and doesn't have to be diet foods. One of the big things about being a coach is that it totally makes you more accountable than just doing this on your own. So as a challenger, you do have your coach checking up on you and everything. But as a coach, now you've got all these people that you're helping and who are joining you on your journey, watching you and making sure that you are still continuing on with the journey. So being held more accountable is a huge plus in being a coach. And being in these challenge groups, it's just, everybody's kind of like a small family. We're all, giving each other tips and advice and helping each other out so that we can all reach the goals that we want to reach. So a lot of excuse me, I'm so sorry. Finding your why. So finding your why, it's basically, everybody has a reason why either they start doing this or why they continue doing it. So as I mentioned, I started doing this because I wanted the 25% off of Shakeology. But there's a lot of reasons. You know, some people do this as a, you know, just so I can pay, you know, pay off some of my debt, or, you know, I want to build a pool, so let me save up for that. You know, I started doing it again for the discount, but then I realized I can make a nice side income doing this part-time. I mean, I have a full-time job as a life insurance agent, but this is something that I could do that I was passionate about. And now I use that side income to pay for, you know, like my daughter's ballet lessons, her piano lessons. She recently started soccer. So, you know, all of these things Beachbody is helping me pay for. So that's, I mean, and there's a lot of things, you know, I mean, daycare is super expensive. And I know a lot of moms out there, they're working. And so you've got your kids in daycare. This is a great way to help cover those daycare costs. And just being able to help others, you know, reach their goals is a reward in itself. But again, being able to make a steady stream of income on the side while helping other people, well, that's just an added bonus on top of it. So I know that we're always talking about we're a team, you know, this is a big team, we're all in this together. And it truly is a team, and it truly is a family. I mean, when I first started coaching, my coach actually was not a very active coach, and it was, excuse me, and so I didn't have somebody that I could talk to. Jillian was my upline coach, and so I started reaching out to Jillian, asking her questions, and kind of just piecing it all together. You know, I actually started having people ask me how they could sign up before I even knew what I was doing. But luckily, you know, Jillian stepped in and she started showing me how to do everything. And there's a ton of training online. I mean, any question that you could ever have, if for some reason you needed to find out in the middle of the night, you could literally log on to our team page, and every single training that you would need will be on there. We have one-on-one support. We've got group chats going with all the coaches. So if you have a question, there's always somebody there that can answer them for you. Some of the fun stuff is that there's a lot of recognition and giveaways. So, you know, like have the most volume in 1 week, or if you, recruited a couple of coaches and now you become an Emerald or a Ruby, you will get recognition. And there's nothing like, you know, being able to help other people and then being told you're doing such a great job at it. And so there's definitely a lot of that happens as well. There's absolutely zero pressure, and there's absolutely zero risk. Nobody is going to sit there and tell you you need to recruit people. You need to have people come on your team. You know, you need to make sure you sell Shakeology every day. It's really a very laid back environment. You know, if you want to push and you want people to help you push, then there will be people that do that. If you want to be the person that says, well, I'll just help people every now and then, that's okay too. It's totally on your time. What you want to do is perfectly okay with all of us. And there's no risk. You don't have to shell out a whole bunch of money to become a coach. You don't have to buy a bunch of products to become a coach. You just have to say, yes, I want to do this, and then we can get you started with the training. So, and I think on that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Jillian.
All right. Awesome. So I'm excited to be here. So Melissa's been a coach basically a few months now, and I've been a coach 3 years. So I think it's kind of nice that we're doing this together because we can share different perspectives. As Melissa mentioned, her coach that brought her into the business wasn't super active and ended up leaving the business, and now I am her coach. But even before that, I was able to help her. So I've been coaching 3 years. I was a customer about 6 months before I became a coach. I suffered from severe IBS. I was also I'm a recovering binge eater and diet pill addict. So like Melissa, I had tried everything, yo-yoed my weight my whole life. And I started on Shakeology because I'm a researcher, and I started Googling things, and I heard it could help IBS. I was living on laxative. It was not a good situation. And that's why I started. And then I heard you get a discount, and I was like, oh yeah, duh. I mean, I'm not living on laxative anymore and I feel good, so I'm going to sign up for this discount. So like Melissa, I signed up for coaching for the discount, which is how a lot of us get started. And then people start to be like, oh, you look good. You seem better. Like things seem to be going well. Like, what are you doing? And they want to talk to you. And if you kind of just build a big business from there. So it's been really life-changing for me. About a year ago, I had a nearly life-ending accident. I was crossing a crosswalk with my dog before work, just walking my dog before work, and I got hit by a car at full speed, and the doctor said I would not have survived if I wasn't in good shape. And they said that I probably never would have walked again if I did survive. And I will tell you that being fit saved my life. Even at my personal goal weight, I am not a tiny person. That's not how I'm built. But I was so fit and in such good shape, and I had the physical and mental capability to get back because of this opportunity. Like, we teach a lot about, how to get your body physically good, but it's also about like a mental state. And, one of our vital behaviors is personal development and reading those, quote unquote self-help books, but it's really more than that. They're so amazing and can get you really where you need to be mentally. And literally that has saved my life. So I am super thankful for this. Like Melissa, I work full-time. I have a full-time job at a Fortune 10 company that I enjoy. I do not plan on leaving my job. I do make a secondary full-time income with Beachbody, which I will absolutely share with you guys. Even though it's really scary to share income, I think that it's important that people know what you can do with this opportunity. So that is really important. So let's talk a little bit about income now. I'm really going to talk about income and how you get started. So how do we earn? Your income is a direct reflection of how many people you help. That's really important to know. Like, if you help more people, you get paid more money, right? We get 25% commission. It's really 25 to like 40% depending on the product. Some of our products have bigger commissions. Now, a 25% discount on everything you want to order. So that's Shakeology, that's the performance line, that's programs, that's equipment. Anything we have, you get 25% off on. We get team bonuses, which is what you get when you start to build a team. No requirement to build a team, but you can if you want to, and you will get bonuses from that. And what's really cool is that if you decide to build a team, Beachbody gives you these things called free leads, which is when a customer goes on the website and buys something without a coach, they assign them a coach who has built a team of at least 2 people, and they pay that coach on what that customer bought, which to me is like amazing, right? Because Beachbody's saying, I'd rather give up 25% of my income and make sure this person has support than to just let this person be on their own. Like, that is a really strong message. I'm not saying that Beachbody does not want to make money, but what I'm saying is it has become extremely important to them to make sure people have support, because what they found was Beachbody was a company well before there were coaches. As many of you might remember the P90X infomercials, right? With Tony and Shaun T doing the insanity ones. what they found was people were buying these products and they weren't using them because they had no help. So that is how the Coach Network came to be. Beachbody was a company like 10 years before the Coach Network came to be, which is very different from a lot of other network marketing companies, because most other network marketing companies started to be network marketing. But Beachbody started as a regular company, realized people weren't getting the results because they weren't doing the programs because they had no help. So that is how coaching came to be. That's like my little side tangent. And then we have no pressure to sell. Melissa talked a little bit about this, meet quotas or stock products. So huge, guys. I don't have to be shipping stuff out. I don't have to buy stuff to resell it. I don't have to do parties. You absolutely can do parties. You can do fit clubs. You can do that stuff. But I don't do any of it, in total transparency. I don't have to sell anything in order to get paid. I'm sorry, I don't have to buy anything in order to get paid. We don't have any weird minimums. Anything like that. That is so super key for us. Like Melissa and I said, we both just started for the discount. So I'm going to share with you my personal income, and it's kind of like a growth chart. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody Coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. And you can see our statement of independent coach earnings. So this is my personal income. Like I said, I work full-time. I still work full-time. I don't have children yet. I will be a mom within the next, 3 weeks at this point, which is crazy. But I am able to do this in my spare time. And all of our trainings Melissa talked about, we talk about power hours, how to work this business in an hour or two a day and really earn what I feel like is a substantial part-time income, right? Within 2 years, I was making, I have been making over $1,000 a week, and that stayed consistent for the past year for me, which is huge. It's really life-changing. For me, I was able to get my family totally out of debt. We just have our mortgage, and now I've started a really good retirement savings with our Beachbody income, and it's amazing. Like, we get paid vacations. We've been all over the world with Beachbody, literally. They spoil us. So I am super, super, super thankful. Okay. So a lot of people will say, well, isn't this a pyramid scheme? So I'm going to show this diagram because I think it's really funny, because as you can see, like in a corporate structure, it looks much more pyramid-y than in a non-corporate structure. So you can do more or less than the person that sponsored you. You're not held back by them at all. And what's interesting is on our team, we build something called trickle-down volume. So that means as Melissa's team grows, if you join her team, your team is going to grow, right? You're going to start seeing coaches in your organization and you're like, I don't even know who this person is. That means if you start to grow your team, you're actually going to financially benefit from that. Same if you join my team. It is a two-way street. It is not like, oh, I just help Melissa when I join and I, have people join me. No, Melissa's going to help you as her team grows. And good news for you, we're both on fast-growing teams. So you're going to see that free volume rather quickly, I'd say within the first couple months, those free coaches. So really important to know, pyramid schemes are illegal. This is not a pyramid scheme. And this is a two-way street. This is not like a, oh, okay, well, I just helped Melissa or I just helped Jillian. We are actually going to help you financially also build a business. Okay, and then you are your own boss. So these are kind of like the groups of coaches, although at any time you can move between these groups. So a discount coach, basically you're just getting your 25% off. You're probably doing it because you're drinking Shakeology. Otherwise, you wouldn't sign up to be a coach. A part-time coach, you're loving the products, working a little bit, earning a little bit of extra income, maybe paying for your own products. And a full-time life changer. You're ready to change lives. You're building a team, and you're creating a life of freedom. I'd say Melissa and I are both full-time life changers, even though we're not full-time coaches, right? You don't have to put in full-time hours in order to be, a a full-time coach. I treat this like a business because it is a business to me, but it's not, you know, my only business. Okay, so where the heck how can I get started? So we'll talk about this really briefly. So like Melissa said, you don't have to buy a ton of stuff. This isn't $1,000, $5,000 sign up. I've seen those with other businesses. If you want to sign up to be a coach, you can do one of two things. You can pay $40, and if you are military, a military spouse, or a military vet, that $40 fee is waived. And we pay a $15 monthly website service fee, which I'll talk about on the next slide. Or you can waive that $40 fee. So this month and into September, if you purchase a challenge pack, that $40 coach sign-up fee is waived. So a challenge pack is our performance line or Shakeology plus a program, so an eating plan and workout plan, or our all access plus an eating plan. So Melissa touched briefly on the all access. The all access challenge pack, so a month of Shakeology, a month of our performance line, plus online streaming access to every program Beachbody has ever launched, literally from the original P90X to Shift Shop that just launched in July. You get everything streaming on any internet-enabled device. So smartphone, computer, Roku, Fire Stick, Smart TV, Apple TV, you know, tablet. You get the idea. And we have apps for both Android and iPhone now. So that pack used to be $200. It is currently $160 and will be $160 through September. I don't know if it will continue after that. We can only guarantee the price through September, but that is an unreal price. Challenge packs range from $140 to $180. And this is right in the middle. If you don't have good internet or something, you'd probably want to get a DVD pack, but the vast majority of people that sign up get this pack because programs are, you know, $45 to $60 each, and this way you're getting every single program. Plus, as new programs launch, and we have 2 programs launching in October, Clean Week and Double Time, and we have a program launching in January called 80 Day Obsession. As new programs launch, they just show up on demand for free. You don't have to pay for them. They just, it's like, ta-da, it's amazing. This was not around when I started coaching. It is new as of late December 2016, and it is freaking amazing. So that is what we usually recommend. Okay, so this is our only required fee. And let me tell you, it is so freaking worth it. So for 15 bucks a month, you get all of your websites, you get your customer service, you get your product warehousing, so you don't have to buy and resell things like we talked about. You get an online office, customer service for your customers, you get technical support for your customers. There's marketing in there, communications, training. They take care of your credit card service fees, which you guys like adds up super fast. Because normally if you owned a business, you'd have to pay like 3% credit card service fee on every transaction. You don't pay any of that. They take care of all of that for you. So this is a steal at $15. Trust me, you do not want to have to do this work at $15 a month. It is not worth it. So this is our like only required fee. And just so you guys know, we are doing a super fun giveaway. So anyone that joins us as a coach between today, so August 29th, and Monday, which I think is September 4th, Labor Day, is going to get entered to win a free 3-day refresh. Melissa talked about a little bit what that is, but basically it's just a 3-day jumpstart into your health and fitness. It helps curb cravings. Most people lose like 3 to 5 pounds, gets rid of water weight, kind of like cuts the bloat. It is amazing, and it will be perfect for right after Labor Day and after your summer barbecues and getting into things. So if you join us between Tuesdays being today, and Labor Day, you will be entered to win that. So that is super fun. And I am checking if I have questions. Okay. So, the first thing that I have is, okay, someone asked, okay, do you need to be a fitness professional to do this? Melissa, you want to take that? You want me to take that?
Yeah, I can take that one. I mean, I think I kind of mentioned this earlier. You do not have to be a fitness professional to do this. It's really all about people seeing what you're doing and following what you're doing, and then them wanting to join you on that journey. So as long as you're open and you're honest about what you're doing, and you're just, posting on social media everything that you're doing, there's that's what's going to attract people to you. Them seeing the real you and seeing what you're doing, on social media, so that they know more about you. I was not a fitness expert at all when I started doing this. And, I in the past couple of months that I've been doing this, I've been very successful at it. And, and I'm still not even close to being at my goal weight, but I'm working to get there. And I think that that is exactly what people want to see.
Okay, I got one more. Do you need to be good at sales? I'll take this because Melissa actually is very good at sales in real life. I am the worst salesperson ever. I am the first to admit that. If you follow me on social media, you know I never post my link to buy stuff. You know that I'm not out there, like, it's not generic pictures of our products. That is just not what we do. We are not salespeople, and I think that is very different from a lot of other companies out there. We are share people. So you will see me share my story. And once a week, I will invite people probably to join me in something, in coaching and challenge groups and whatever. In a free group, we run lots of free groups because we like just helping people sometimes, So I am a terrible salesperson. I am the first to admit that. Sales are not my thing. This was my biggest fear coming into this business. Like, when I decided I was going to work the business, I was like, I can't sell anything. I couldn't even give this stuff away. But really, it's about sharing your story, and we all have a story. So whether you're already at your goal weight and you're super buff and you love fitness and you just want to help people, you have a short story to share. If you're 300 pounds, 400 pounds, 500 pounds, you want to get in shape yourself and help people, you have a story to share. There is no wrong or right way to start this business. There are super successful coaches that started out super fit and stayed super fit. And there are super successful coaches that started out, 400 or 500 pounds, literally, and have continued to get in shape through this journey. So don't feel like you don't have a story, because I guarantee that you do. And if you start sharing it, you'll probably find other people that can relate to it. I always say, turn your mess into your message. When I had my accident, I could have totally walked away from all of this. No one would have blamed me. But the reality is, I know that being fit saved my life. And, my why went from, I just love helping people, to, man, like, this can really change lives, and it's not about skinny jeans anymore. So it really changed everything for me. Melissa, do you have any other questions? I don't have anything.
No, I don't. Nope, nothing else.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you guys for hopping on. If you had to hop off or you got on late, the recording is the same as the live link, so you can watch it 24/7. You can review anything, and definitely chat with the coach that invited you today and be like, sign me up. I'm ready to be entered to win that refresh. So we'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good night.
Bye.